everyone, this is another video. This is going to be a two-parter because I got to go over the deck and everything for this match, and I feel like I might just split this video in half, mostly just make it happen. Now let's get pretty much. Now let's get straight into the deck. Pretty much it's the whole rental fight decks, very much, so mostly go over it combo-wise if you want. Also, limit the game volume a little bit. Sorry about that. Pretty much today's aliens. The aliens are mostly pretty much garbage most of the time, except for like making links nowadays with the alien armors, since you allow a special one for alien for grave and destroy it. Next one is alien dog. When normal summon an alien, special summons out. And plays 2 counters, which is kind of easy, but you're mostly good for easy level 4 in mind if you don't have alien grave. Next time, let's go to our second alien. Nice. Oh, wait. Here, Delta Burster. I knew it was right here somewhere. I haven't memorized this whole deck memories yet. It starts in the grave. You can target one monster punch controls, place 2 counters to your main phase, except the trans card set in the grave. You can banish this card and target one card, any counter on it. Pretty much in mind. Mostly pretty much actually if you have Alien Stealth Buster on your opponent's turn, you pretty much go into offering Snake versus Tribute 1 Reptile and 2 destroy all 3 targets. You mostly utilize it and get rid of the back row mostly in mind, with the whole target in mind, and have counters on it, the monster, and you just destroy it, they can't link out. You pretty much would do that to your end phase or battle phase instantly, so it had nothing to work with. Potentially for whole rental fights. Otherwise, pretty much actually the aliens are just garbage in actual ranks. Next time, send 1 Dark Reptile monster in deck to grave. If you control more monsters or control Autodic monster, special this card, grave, but banish them and leaves the field. You can restricted to Reptile mostly for specials, while this card's face out in field. Pretty much what you end up doing with it, mostly you pretty much utilize most of your other level 4s, which you have a bunch of with it, to go into King of Pharaoh. Since it's attached as a material, it doesn't get banished. And it's also free, not a normal monster. Essentially, you plus your cards at neutral instantly as a card combo. Yes, you mostly send 1 Reptile from your deck to grave. If this card's normal or special, add 1 Ogdet monster from your deck to your hand. You mostly use it to go with Ogdet Water Lily, summon 1 Reptile monster from your deck, and if you have 5 with different names or grave, special summon 1 Reptile monster from your deck. You mostly use this combo Snake Rain to mind you with most of them, and you send all your reptiles essentially. You also want to send in at least 1 king, so you get special summon instantly. So I guess most of the other others are just fodder that can send to when drawing, but it's sent to grade by tribute with offering or tribute summon. Essentially make it so your opponent draws a card, add 1 to this monster, which makes sure it summons 1 card to hand to grave. With the second one being if target 1 face of monster controls and monster in the grave with equal or higher attacking down monster, special monster, do send out a monster control to the grave. If this card is in your grave, pretty much actually same fact. Reptilian controls mostly so control a Dark Reptile specialist card out. It's an easy level 4 tuner mostly for most of your deck. At least proportions being Ardent, mostly 2 Ardent monsters, so essentially it's a free card combo. And destroy all monster controls, equal number of reptilian monsters from your hand. Like if you controls any monster with 0 attack, trust them out, which there pretty much isn't one unless you're facing against the mirror match mostly. And this guy's used Trill, that's how you can treat as a non-tuner. Objects cannot be supposed to ban a monster's effect, unaffected by Venom Swamp, which there isn't any. When this card is destroyed by battle, send to grave, banish 1 Reptile, enhance special limit. Next up, Venomiki, the DT poisonous snakes, which I consider the queen of the Reptile deck. Like, it can only be summoned at all by Rise of Snake DT when the king is destroyed by a non-battle. Neither player can target. It gains same thing as effect with it. Gains 500 attack for each reptile in the grave. But nothing can target it at all except for kaijus. Pretty much so it's pretty much just the ultimate monster essentially. If you can banish one other reptile monster in grave, it's supposed to summon this card. When this card inflicts battle damage to your opponent, place one Hyper Venom counter on it, and when it's start counter, you instantly win the duel. Dark Hole essentially is movable, but it's also the way to get Venice King to pop off with the trap behind you. Duster, destroy back rope, monster revive mostly King in mind. I explain this. Rise the Snake Deity when the face up King of Poison Snake destroy a battle, splash summon out for your hand or deck the Queen. I explain this. Trap trick mostly, so we get 2 copies of this, but personally this should be a 3, with a third trap trick actually going decrease at all. Since you never know going to more than 3 personally for this round of fight, this should be a 3, this should be a 2. Since you can only use it like one time either way this way, since otherwise it comes discard fodder with Snake Rain. The reverse mostly so you revive the King of Mind, and you can also shrink your stress defense mode on your opponent's turn. After your opponent turn ends essentially, so you get free material and a card destroyed, you can still utilize the snake instantly in mind. Well, noting you discard sent from your monsters on the grave, target one place somehow controls, equip this card that monster. That thing pretty much essentially is like a non-existent monster entirely. And this card leaves the field while equipped once monster effect take control of the monster this card was equipped to. Essentially, you pretty much actually utilize it, bash the monster, harvest duster afterwards, so you can still have a free monster essentially, but it's unaffected by Auxiliary Incarnate, the Queen, and that's mostly about it. Cosmic goes, so once per turn, you select the number of face-up spells or trap cards, return those cards to hand, and new encounters equal targets. One turn, you can move 2 encounters from anywhere, field, destroy 1 card opponent controls. Reptile monsters. This card is only summoned only by reptilians. Reptile monsters, it can activate by card effect, which all mark. When special opponent activates card effects set during the game, the attack when facing monster control. 8 second target, 0. This secret card is control sent to your graveyard. Opponent's card effect. You can 1 reptile train deck to hand. King to Ferrell at 3 actually makes sense. I'm not surprised it's super rare since it was its common previously, though, but for Master Duel's kind of generic enough that might as well be. Next on the links you hardly ever use, Alien Shock Ripper. You can discard 1 monster, place the encounters equals to its original level to face up monsters, shoot as a wish. And discard destroyed by battle card effects in the grave. You can special summon non-linked material monsters up to the number of cards opponent controls 8 counters. Essentially, you can also use Alien in mind to also utilize, like, during the quick phase opponent's end turn. You can use it to put Alien stuff, mind you. So you can easily have target and externally print actually destroy King as well if you want to. That's a way to actually spell summon out outside Dark Hole. But it takes a lot of requirements, but you gotta get rid of at least 1 level 4 and get rid of 1 object at least permanently, which is gonna be the risky part. Reptilian, and discards Link Summon. You exile 1 face up monster opponent controls, change attack to 0. During your May phase, opponent controls monster with 0 attack. You can add Reptilian monsters for that other monster opponent controls with 0 attack. Essentially, it is net neutral. Essentially, assuming pretty much you utilize what needs to be on the link into, which you don't want to. But you can also express monsters up. That's at Reptilians. Cosmic Slicers are monsters controls are switched change to defense. Need to play activate their card effects. You can only use each of the effect once per turn. If this card was link summoned, you can add 1 card for in deck to your hand that has effect that places 8 encounters, which essentially is a lot of cards. You can move 2 cards, 8 encounters from anywhere, immediately after this card effect resolves. Normal summon 1 reptile monster. Essentially, that's the whole deck now. Let's get straight into the match. As you can tell, it's pretty much just a mirror match against them. Overall, my hands are right in a way that I can actually work for this entirely. As soon as I saw the mirror, I was like, yeah, this is not gonna be fun, but they go into Alien Shock Tripper for that reason. If they're going for Link 3, it makes sense, but personally, they should have stopped that. I decided to go for Zelda. I'm surprised my opponent do Duster at me, since it had worked. Next only I set 3. Since I have a tent of mine with trap tricks. Plus, no. Opponent decides to crash into it. I can't activate during the battle step for some reason. Opponent activates another corner. Next up, I go for Alien at Arctic. Next time I trained it with there to destroy all the monsters so nothing can be targeted. Next update, Warrior Lily. Now 4 monsters. Essentially, but not enough. I decided to go for King here. There's probably information I should have crashed with Silver. I decided to change the defense, go for Queen here. Get the monster materials. Go for a Link 2, be a Link Shock Trooper. And next time I actually get more counters. The King essentially all it needs one more monster essentially. I was trying to finish my Link daily so I remember it, this one. Decided to Warrior Lily. They pretty much had the same amount though, but they had more resources. Since they could pop up higher monsters. They might only have more monsters though, but more life points, like swipe 6 attacks. I decided the King, the Queen again. Pretty much my only hope here in my mind was if I managed to get a removal of some sort, and that came in the form of Dark Hole. Excellent, Queen beats them down. That's it, and then this video pretty much actually launched for part 2, which will come out probably. But since I'm still thinking my time frame, probably, but probably 12 hours at least minimum to a day. Entirely, this video being posted. Pretty much, please like, comment, and subscribe. It's entirely free. Pretty much, if you want to. Peace.